Kakenhun Menteri Kabinet hak jingyalang mentagasngi kalashim ya karai ban itu no dak sorkar ya kaktin khasi bat Garo nalor kaktin English dak bawanra ya ka Meghalaya official language ordinance arhajar arpunreu bat lashimru ikarai ban pendamno ya ka Meghalaya state language act arhajar san habakren hakinong thok khubor menteri rangba kejela konrad sanga ulaong katkum kene ka kendon ke batmai nalor kaktin English ya kaktin khasi bat yaktin Garo on ituno kum kaktin sorkar lane official language ukonrat ulaong bakane kadi karai ke bakongsan jong ka sorkar namar nangne shikmat on sala ban pendon kam ya kaktin khasi bat Garo haki jingtho nak mentagi kam ke bayadai ber ka sorkar bat andalala pelong anya kene ka ordinance wat ki MLA ru kila ban keren da kaktin khasi la kene kaktin Garo ha assembly nalor ki jingtho haki examine baper shushu ukonrat ulaong bakane karai kan ya rabru nakabenta ka jingdawa na ka sorkar India bakat penrungno ya ktien khasi bat Garo haka kernit bapra jongkariti sencar jongkari India.
All aware that we had the cabinet meeting today, and there were three formal items that were discussed in the cabinet today, and decisions were made on three important issues. I'm very happy and very pleased to inform our citizens of the state that today the cabinet has made I should say historic and a very important decision which will impact the overall functioning as well as opportunities that will open up especially for the youth of our state and also help in promoting our languages. Today the cabinet has decided that the Meghalaya Official Languages Ordinance 2026 was passed and the Meghalaya State Language Act 2005 was repealed. Under the new Meghalaya Official Languages Ordinance 2026, the main point is that from now on, apart from English, Khasi and Garo language will also become official language of the state. With this very important and landmark decision, this will facilitate the process of allowing Khasi and Garo language to be used in most of the government communications and also in the due course of time. And when I say due course, I mean very, very shortly. Necessary amendments will be made to relevant acts, namely the Meghalaya State Legislature Continuance of English Language Act 1980. Once amended, will also enable our legislatures to speak in Khasi and Garo and debate in Khasi and Garo language apart from English, even during the assembly sessions. This decision will also pave the way for different important examinations also to be held apart from English in our own local languages, which is Garo and Khasi. This will of course not happen, everything will not happen immediately. The process will take some time. Certain decisions will be much more easier to implement immediately. Certain decisions will require logistical setups to be created manpower to be employed, and different infrastructures to be created, rules to be created. But as I said, the decision today will allow all of these things to fall into place. Primarily because the resolution to include the Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule was taken by the Assembly. And our government felt very strongly that while we are demanding for 8th schedule, it is important that in our state itself, we must also take necessary steps to make both Khasi and Garo official so that a stronger message can be sent to Government of India way for us to be able to expect that both Khasi and Garo language will be also included in the 8th schedule. So this is also one important step towards achieving that particular goal. Second, we uh, in the Khasi Hills region, in the districts in Khasi Hills, it will be English and Khasi, not or, English and Khasi. And in the Garo Hills region, it will be English and Garo. For the state government, we will start ASAP. I mean, of course, there could be some delay because it's a process. But the notifications and the gazetted notifications and the orders that come out from Government of Meghalaya will be in English, Garo, and Khasi. Not or, but and. So all three languages will be there. The communication inter-district will happen in English. The official notifications and orders and file notings will be in English. So we will be coming out with detailed rules as to which area, which process, which languages will be used. But our effort will be to ensure that the normal day-to-day activities are not hampered. This will only be in addition. So while English is being used in certain areas, Garo will be added. It's not that English will stop and you will only give in Garo or only in Khasi. Both English and Khasi, English and Garo, English, Garo, and Khasi, all three will be used as per the written. But English will always be a common thread that will go through. So therefore, there should not be any disturbance or disruption in terms of communication. So that's the uh, basic decision we have taken. Of course, the detailed rules will be coming out soon. So when those rules come out, then there'll be more clarity on the actual implementation. Amply clear to them and to the citizens of our state that there is no construction there. The construction is going to take place where the Orchid Hotel is right now, which is the Orchid Umiam Orchid. That's where the construction of the five-star hotel will take place. So the main issue which they had, which was the construction in Lumpongding Island, I think that has been amply clarified, and I think everybody is quite satisfied with that aspect. So therefore, I don't see the issue anymore, and therefore there is no reason that we should continue this. Their concerns were already addressed, or for their satisfaction, they have been addressed, and no construction is going to take place there. So there is no need to continue this. And I have, in fact, day before yesterday, after I had a review, I had appealed to our members of the different organizations that since the issue is clear and there is no construction that's going to take place, which was their major issue and concern, there is no need for them to continue. And obviously, as the head of the government, we have appealed to them that we are concerned about their health. We don't want their health to deteriorate. We don't want them to get ill. So therefore, since the issue has been resolved, there is no need to continue any of uh, the, uh, the fasting that they're doing. And if there are any concerns, our doors are always open. They can always come and meet us. Uh, Director has met them and has expressed and clarified all the concerns. And whatever more details one requires, director will be happy to inform whether the press or any of the organizations that are concerned. See, the earlier the goalpost or the objective was to not have construction there, and we have clarified that it's not going to happen because it's already there in the MOU, and we had no intention to construct in any case out there. Now they're saying that the MOU should be scrapped, so it's kind of not very clear as to what it is, and what is the reason of scrapping also is not very clear. Please remember that we have to develop tourism in the state as a whole. When the Taj Group is coming in, they are bringing investment of over 300 crores that's going to be invested. It is going to be one of the best resorts that is there, if not in the country, the best. In the eastern region, it will be the best. In fact, in the country also, it will be one of the best resorts that we have. All of this will have a huge domino effect where overall livelihood and the overall tourism sector will grow. The brand of Meghalaya will grow. The brand of Shillong will grow. And that's what our whole target is. And what we have to remember is that if you're only putting up Taj Hotel and putting up five-star, I can understand the concerns. But our strategy is to put up seven, eight, or whatever. We have about 10 projects in line. So 10 five-star hotels are in the project pipeline. But there are 3,000 homestays which are also being constructed and are in the pipeline, which will help more than 3,000 families. There are multiple CM Elevate vehicles for transport that are being given. I think in a matter of 2 to 3 years, we'll have over 1,000 vehicles being run by our local boys and girls. We are supporting different restaurants by giving them CM Elevate schemes. We are supporting different self-help groups to create textile products, handicraft, other products, so that tourism can be promoted. We are developing different activities where, again, government is supporting these activities. Hence, we are promoting tourism from a holistic point of view. One cannot just see one project and comment on the larger scenario by just looking at the one project that's happening. You have to see the overall activities that are happening everywhere. So, hence, tourism is important for us. At one end, we talk about the unemployment rate in the state and say, well, what is the government doing to create jobs? Why isn't government doing enough to create jobs? And on the other hand, when we are working towards creating jobs, then others say, well, cancel the MOU. We don't want it. We don't want these five-star hotels. It can't go like that. One has to understand that, if we have to achieve the goal of creating employment, these are the avenues. And if we were to do only one activity, which is only five-star hotels, I can understand the apprehension. But the hotel is only one part of the larger goal and the larger activity which we're doing. As I said, including taxis, including homestays, including restaurants, including entrepreneurs, including music. 7,000 artists are supported today to perform for different tourists in different tourist locations. We spend close to 40 crores giving 7,000 artists money every time they perform. These are all happening because tourists are coming in, because there are good hotels, good homestays, and hopefully, as I said, when the airport also is operational, which we expect, as I said, in the year 2027, then we expect there to be a huge boost to the tourism sector. So one has to look at tourism holistically and from the overall strategy. And you cannot just see tourism from one particular activity because that will give you only a very narrow view of things. We have to be broad minded, we have to think large, we have to think of investments, and we have to look at job creation. And these are the ways in which we can create the job. I mean, I won't say people are narrow minded, it's not like that. People are not clear. I think that's the better way to put it. People are not at all, people are concerned. And I think it's only our job to clarify those concerns. And that's what we've been doing. So whenever the issues have come up, people have asked us questions why, and when we've explained to them, people have understood. So it's a natural process. So it's not possible for government to to predict or to expect, in all the areas of all these things and say, oh, this will come up, that will come up, so we should explain this. It's only when the issue comes up then we realize, okay, we have to explain, and we do that, and we do it very patiently. You must have noticed we're not in a hurry. We're not trying to bulldoze in any way. We are very patient and we explain everything very coolly, calmly. That's what we're doing even now, and that's why the concerns, as I said, was that the Lupongdeng Island will be destroyed, trees will be cut, and there will be a concrete structures coming up there, which time and again I've clarified, and I'm again mentioning that there is no question of any construction in Lumpongdeng. Not just now, from day one, it has been made clear that there will not be any construction there.